selected. Ready. Team settings. Entering team settings screen. Offensive playbook option is set to multiple. Edit. Ready.
Crimson Light Show has brought us to the main event of the evening here in Titletown, and what a game we have in store. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Entering play call screen.
Get lined up for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off.
Entering play call formation. There are 6 categories. Over. There are 1 double, cover 4, 1 doubles, cover 4 drop field, 1 double, field sim 3, nickel 2 trap. Seam flat.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hale.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. Throw them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short.
Seam flat. Give cushion.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hale. He got loose. Almost housed to finally dragged down at the 32. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Entering play call.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Trying to beat the D deep. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. All that baby in and stroll into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Panthers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. The question, can they even stop it?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like some linemen, sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. So you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Turner. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The quarterback making adjustments.
Short cross.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Foley. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down.
Corner.
From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the 1st down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Smith. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They're going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Smith. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job.
RP alert, flood post.
And the Panthers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together.
Short cross. Corner.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Panthers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the gun. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position as they force the incompletion.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. when you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal.
There are 10 categories. You have 15
No
options.
hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Pitt!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Caught near the sticks, it's Adams. Still running at the 40. Wide open space. And he just kept running. And he ran into the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back can mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hicks. He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Yeah, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Inside crowd, rolling noise. Down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. A lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have just it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell, just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
Quarterback making checks.
Short cross. Short cross. Post. Audible. Short cross. Audible.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back.
There are 10 categories. You have 21
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Turner. At the 40, there he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Spread wide slot. There are 10 categories.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And the Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Catch in the middle. It's Turner. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Over. There are 5 categories.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout.
Entering play call. Over. There are 5
Offense gets set for second down.
Seam flat.
They'll try to get outside. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
There are 5 categories.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. He might want another play. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know everyone calls it incomplete. I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Makes the grab. It's Turner. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Got a man. It's Turner. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Entering baseline.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. so in their own territory. On 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field.
Short cross.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet.
Entering play call
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man, it's Smith.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Robinson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice game. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Robinson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Play call.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there. Just getting what he can get. When he puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find points.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him. Oh, they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. He wants to change this route.
Goes. SilK. SilK.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Smith. There he goes. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going.
Corner.
Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Smith. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Categories. You have
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Entering play call. White off trio. Instant replay.
Here's what the middle of the field. So much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Fires to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner? Taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. On first and goal, let's see what Pitt does here.
Stick is selected.
Quarterback may change this route.
Slugger. SilK. 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 SilK.
He wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. This crowd knows when to bring it.
Stick is selected. SilK. Goes. SilK.
To the air on second down. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Give him 6. Touchdown, Panthers.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions.
They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There are 5 categories.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field.
Cover 4 drop.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Hill. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. These DBs going to give a little cushion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth.
Formation, pistol, slot, BearrR free category, dagger.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking. They've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock. Didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On fourth down, going to the air. He's got it, first down and more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
We have 15 options. All go is selected. Tight open. Mesh spot.
This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Just keeps slinging it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Finds his man. It's Smith. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big
Entering
pickup
play
on the
call
play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Bench spot.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Smith. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the run. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Entering play call.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. He's going for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Panthers.
Entering
they give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover. Pick up the 1st.
Cover 4 quarters is selected.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, said it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big 1st down.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. They just keep firing. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. 2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Williams. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Options, cover 2 men is selected. Audible.
They'll try to get it through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. He makes the catch. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Horton.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Nickel overload. Cover 2 in load. 3 stack.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Options, cover 4 quarters is selected.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Calls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock kicking.
15 options, cover 4 quarters is selected.
Wants to go up top. Complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
There are 5 categories.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Entering play call. 3 stack. There are 5 categories.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Adams. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You have 15 options. Cover 4 quarters is selected.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking to the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball gets
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense changing the play. Why are they throwing here? Time to take a shot. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season. But give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another